What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Dillian Whyte does an interview, a recent interview, and Dillian Whyte is then asked about to give his prediction and breakdown of Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale. Dillian Whyte had a few choice words, a few interesting things to say. He said that I wouldn't want to be Deontay Wilder's team manager or trainers. Stated that he's a horrible boxer. He can't box. And every time out, they have to be gritting their teeth, and nervous because anything could happen, and he's just not a good boxer. He stated, I wouldn't be surprised if Dominic Breazeale won the fight. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Actually, I think that Dominic Breazeale can win the fight. He says, but Dominic Breazeale has bad defense. He's going to come forward and he's going to give it his all. He thinks that I think that Deontay Wilder is going to stay on the back foot, counterpunch him, hit Dominic Breazeale with something big, and possibly knock Dominic Breazeale out, right? He said knocked him over, meaning knockout, right? Over in the UK terms. He stated that Deontay Wilder has no skill. Dominic Breazeale is a rough, rugged, tough guy. He could take a punch. He just don't think he could take Deontay Wilder's punches, especially the punches you don't see, right? This is a la Dillian Whyte, right? Dillian Whyte has been on this campaign, against Deontay Wilder for quite some time. He's been saying, he's been poking the bear, so to speak, when it comes to Deontay Wilder for quite some time, since Dominic Breazeale pulled out the fight with him and opted to take the fight with Deontay Wilder, which Deontay Wilder put forth due to the fact that Tyson Fury pulled out his fight. Deontay Wilder chose to go the route of the mandatory. That took a fight away from Dillian Whyte. So Dillian Whyte has been salty ever since. He's been blaming the WBC, claiming that the WBC is protecting Deontay Wilder from him, of all people. He's saying that Deontay Wilder, doesn't want to fight him. The WBC is scared because they know that he's going to beat Deontay Wilder. All of these things Dillian Whyte has to say, right? Dillian Whyte also is not short on words when it comes to Anthony Joshua either. The thing with Dillian Whyte is this. Dillian Whyte could have placed himself in a better position to face Deontay Wilder. This fight here could be against Dillian Whyte opposed to being against Dominic Breazeale. Dillian Whyte had opportunities. Deontay Wilder told him, listen, I don't want to continue to deal with Eddie Hearn. I know I have to deal with Eddie Hearn when it comes to Anthony Joshua. I don't want to deal with him twice. If you was to sign with Al Heyman, as a manager, then I would give you a chance. Then it's easier to make. I'm not in the business of dealing with Eddie Hearn twice. This is what Deontay Wilder stated when Dillian Whyte was over in the States shopping himself so-called as a free agent. He had meetings with Bob Arum, Al Heyman, so on and so forth, right? Dillian Whyte opted not to do that. Okay, cool. You don't have to do what Deontay Wilder says, but if you claim you really want to fight, then you need to put your best efforts forward, right? Then Deontay Wilder also said, if you take a fight with Ortiz and beat Ortiz, I'll guarantee you a shot at me. I'll guarantee you a fight with me next, should I get past my opponent, whomever that may be. At the time, it was Tyson Fury. Dillian Whyte opted out of that. He chose to fight Derek Chisora for a second time. So Dillian Whyte only has himself to blame, but yet Dillian Whyte continues to blame the WBC and Deontay Wilder, claiming that the WBC is protecting Deontay Wilder, which is ironic because Deontay Wilder is telling you that if you go ahead and take the route that I'm telling you, I'm going to guarantee you a shot. Deontay Wilder did the same thing with Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz failed the drug test, yet Deontay Wilder still gave Luis Ortiz his shot, showed up to Ortiz's fight. Ortiz won, Deontay Wilder got in the ring, and we know the end of the story, right? We know the rest. So Luis Ortiz is looked at as more of a boogeyman than Dillian Whyte by far, So why would he avoid Dillian Whyte? He didn't avoid Ortiz. He didn't avoid Tyson Fury. Now he's avoiding Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte needs to cut it out at this point in time. Dillian Whyte wants to take the route he wants to take to get to the WBC title and shot at Deontay Wilder, opposed to taking the route that Deontay Wilder is telling you and guaranteeing you a shot at him. He wants to take his own route, which is cool. But you can't blame the WBC. You can't blame Deontay Wilder. You have to blame yourself. Point blank and period. Like Deontay Wilder said, he didn't want to deal with Eddie Hearn twice. He knows he has to deal with Eddie Hearn when it comes to Anthony Joshua fight, but he doesn't want to deal with him twice. And if he doesn't have to, and Dillian Whyte has other options, he could have did a 1-fight deal with Al Heyman, 2-fight deal, fight one time, and then the other fight be Deontay Wilder. He chose to opt out. You chose not to go the route of fighting Luis Ortiz. That's your choice. You chose to go the route of fighting Derek Chisora for a second time. That's your choice. That's your fault. So now he continued to blame the WBC and Deontay Wilder. Now he's going on a campaign, a smear campaign, claiming that Deontay Wilder has no skill, no boxing skill. This is nothing new. Dillian Whyte has been saying this for quite some time, though. But now he's stating that, he believes Dominic Breazeale has a chance to win. Now, we know this is the heavyweight division and anything is possible. But Dillian Whyte needs to stop at this point in time. Right? Because Dominic Breazeale definitely could win the fight. But it's just a smear campaign at this point in time, man. And it's not a good look for Dillian Whyte. It's just not. So now Dillian Whyte is going to take on Rivas. He was, at one point, there were rumors and reports that he was going to sign with Top Rank and Bob Arum to get a shot at Tyson Fury. Dillian Whyte has revived himself after the loss to Anthony Joshua. But he was claiming that Anthony Joshua needs to give him a fair shot and this and all of this. Well, Anthony Joshua already knocked you out. He beat you via knockout in the 7th round. Now Anthony Joshua owes you. Anthony Joshua doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe you another shot. Why would he owe you another chance when he knocked you out? He didn't beat you. It wasn't controversy. He knocked you out. So Anthony Joshua doesn't owe you anything. So whatever he offers you, you should take it. I'm not saying you take peanuts, but when you get the opportunity to get another shot at him after he knocked you out and it wasn't even close, then why does he owe you anything? He doesn't owe you anything. He's giving you a chance, a second opportunity. Deontay Wilder's offering you ways to get to him, and you choose not to take it. You choose to go the political route. That's on you. That's on you. And Dominic Breazeale is going to get knocked out by the 5th, 6th round, point blank and period. But that's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. You already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media World. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all, man. Dillian Whyte states that he believes that Dominic Breazeale can win this fight and possibly win this fight. But he thinks that Dominic Breazeale lack of defense will come back to haunt him. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.